Welcome to my channel Valuable Rare Coins because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're diving into the story of a seemingly ordinary coin that could be hiding right in your pocket or tucked away in your coin jar, the Ohio State Quarter from 2002. This isn't just any piece of loose change. This quarter has the potential to become one of the most valuable and exciting discoveries in your entire collection, issued as part of the legendary 50 State Quarters program by the United States Mint. The Ohio 2002 quarter celebrates the birthplace of aviation and the incredible achievements of Ohio in shaping American history. But what really sets this coin apart isn't just its stunning design or commemorative value, it's the hidden secrets and rare minting errors that make it an absolute dream for collectors and investors alike. Now picture this: a sleek, brilliantly designed quarter featuring a soaring astronaut and the famous Wright Flyer, all floating over the proud outline of the state of Ohio. The text reads, "Birthplace of Aviation Pioneers," honoring not just one, but two monumental figures in history, the Wright brothers and astronaut John Glenn. This quarter captures more than just currency. It's a miniature time capsule of American innovation, courage, and exploration. It's no surprise that collectors are going wild for this coin. But let's get to the heart of the matter. What makes certain Ohio 2002 quarters worth a fortune? The answer lies in the rare and remarkable minting errors that have turned this humble quarter into a legendary piece of American numismatic history. These errors are not just small mistakes, they are golden opportunities for collectors. We're talking about dramatic off-center strikes, double die obverse, and even clashed die errors that result in ghostly images or overlapping designs. These kinds of minting anomalies don't just happen every day, and when they do, they can elevate a coin's value through the roof. Let's break it down. One of the most sought-after errors in the Ohio 2002 quarter is the double die reverse. This error causes parts of the astronaut, lettering, or Wright Flyer to appear doubled, almost like a shadowed 3D effect. It's incredibly striking to the naked eye and even more jaw-dropping under a magnifying glass. Collectors go crazy for clean, visible doubling, especially when it appears on iconic parts of the design. If you find this kind of error, don't even think about spending it. It could be your ticket to a life-changing payday. Another high-value feature is the off-center strike, where the image on the coin is noticeably misaligned due to a striking error. Sometimes, this results in parts of the coin being missing or shifted, creating a fascinating and visually dramatic error. These off-center Ohio quarters can be extremely rare, especially when the date and key design features are still visible. When both error and detail align perfectly, that's when the value skyrockets. There are also rare die cracks and cuts, where part of the die used to strike the coin breaks or chips, leaving raised lines or blobs of metal on the finished coin. These irregularities create totally unique coins, no two exactly alike. That level of uniqueness adds incredible appeal to collectors who want something no one else has. So, how can you tell if you have one of these ultra-rare Ohio quarters? Start by examining the coin under a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look carefully at the astronaut and the Wright Flyer. Check for any doubling, distortion, or odd shapes. Inspect the rim and the lettering for signs of misalignment or doubling. Don't forget to look at the edge for misstrikes or unusual patterns. Even the smallest oddity could be the key to unlocking a massive value. Collectors have been paying top dollar for these rare variants at auctions and online marketplaces. In fact, one extraordinary example of the Ohio 2002 quarter, featuring a dramatic mint error in pristine condition, has reportedly sold for an unbelievable $98,000. Yes, you heard that right, $98,000 for a single quarter. That's the kind of story that dreams are made of, and it could very well happen to you. Demand for these error coins is higher than ever, and the numismatic market is booming with interest in state quarters, especially those with confirmed rare features. With every passing year, coins like these only become more valuable, more collectible, and more difficult to find. That's why now is the perfect time to start checking your change, digging through your coin jars, and searching your old collections. You just might be holding a fortune in your hands. So if you're as excited as we are about this amazing coin, Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more incredible discoveries from the world of rare and valuable coins. Have you ever come across an Ohio quarter with a strange error? Maybe you've been sitting on one and didn't even realize its potential value? Drop us a comment below and share your story. We'd love to hear from you. Second rare coin. We're diving into the remarkable story of one of the most visually beautiful and surprisingly valuable coins from the United States State Quarters program, the Vermont State Quarter from 2001. This is not just another piece of pocket change. This coin has a hidden potential that could completely surprise you, especially if you're lucky enough to spot one of its extremely rare error versions. Issued in 2001 as the 14th coin in the iconic 50 State Quarters series, the Vermont Quarter captures the soul and spirit of this beautiful northeastern state. With its stunning reverse design showing Camel's Hump Mountain in the background and a pair of majestic maple trees in the foreground, it commemorates the time-honored tradition of maple sugaring, a nod to Vermont's heritage and natural beauty. The image of a man collecting sap with wooden buckets is not just art, it's a window into American craftsmanship, history, and nature all in one. But what makes this coin even more exciting is what lies beneath the surface. Not all Vermont quarters are created equal, and some possess minting errors so rare and extraordinary that they've become the holy grail for collectors. These aren't just minor flaws, these are unique features that turn an everyday coin into a coveted treasure. And believe me, the value of these rare Vermont quarters is anything but ordinary. One of the most fascinating and valuable errors found on the Vermont 2001 State Quarter is the double die error, especially when it appears on the reverse side. This can cause doubling in the words freedom and unity, or Vermont 1791, or even in the finer details of the trees or buckets. These doubled images create a distinct shadow effect that's visible with the naked eye or a simple magnifying glass, and it's an unmistakable sign that you could be holding something very special. Another major error collectors are hunting for is the off-center strike, where the design on the coin is noticeably shifted to one side. These are not only visually striking, but also incredibly rare, especially when the date and full image remain visible. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more collectors are willing to pay, and these errors are among the top sellers in the coin auction world. You may also come across what's known as a die crack or die break on some Vermont quarters. These appear as raised lines across the coin, often near the rim or through parts of the image, caused by a fractured die during the minting process. These lines are not scratches or damage from use, they're born from the mint itself, making each one totally unique and highly collectible. The more visible and interesting the crack pattern, the more desirable the coin becomes to serious buyers. Let's not forget the rare but dramatic clipped planchet error, where a piece of the coin is missing due to a mis-up blank before striking. This type of error stands out instantly and makes any coin extremely valuable, especially when it happens on a popular issue like the Vermont Quarter. Collectors go wild for these kinds of minting mistakes because they are true one-in-a-million finds. So how can you tell if your Vermont State Quarter is one of these rare gems? Start by carefully examining the coin under good lighting with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look closely at the text and fine details for any signs of doubling, inspect the rim for cracks or breaks, and check for any off-center images or irregular edges. If anything looks unusual or different from a regular coin, you may just have something incredibly rare in your hands. What's even more exciting is that coins like this have already made headlines. In recent auctions and private sales, Vermont State Quarters with dramatic minting errors in pristine uncirculated condition have sold for astonishing amounts. And in one extraordinary case, a Vermont 2001 quarter featuring a bold mint error and preserved in flawless condition fetched an unbelievable price of $87,000. That's right, $87,000 for a single state quarter. Just imagine finding that kind of treasure sitting in your change jar or hidden in a collection you haven't looked through in years. With growing interest in state quarters and an active market full of eager collectors, the Vermont 2001 quarter has become one of the hottest coins to watch. The demand for rare errors and unique strikes has never been higher, and experts believe the value of these special coins will only continue to rise in the years ahead. That's why now is the perfect time to start searching your own collection. checking your pocket change, and seeing if you might be one of the lucky few holding onto a true American rarity. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most surprising coins in modern American numismatics, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more exciting stories and updates on rare and valuable coins. Have you ever found a Vermont quarter with a strange feature or error? Do you have questions about other coins in your collection that might be valuable? Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your stories and help you uncover the hidden treasures in your hands. Third expensive coin. Get ready to uncover the secrets of one of the most elegant and valuable pieces in American coin history, the United States Connecticut State Quarter from 1999. This is no ordinary quarter. It's a stunning blend of history, artistry, and numismatic mystery, and for those lucky enough to find a rare version of it, it could be a life-changing discovery. So stay with us until the end, because this coin may just turn your change into a small fortune. The Connecticut State Quarter was released as part of the United States Mint's legendary 50 State Quarters program. It was the fifth coin in the series and proudly honors the state's deep historical roots. The design features the Charter Oak, an ancient and massive tree that has become one of the most powerful symbols of American independence and resistance. It's not just a tree. It's a story carved into silver, and collectors around the world admire its beauty and symbolism. Every detail, from the intricate network of branches to the clean, bold lettering, makes this quarter a masterpiece in miniature. But what makes some of these Connecticut quarters so incredibly valuable isn't just their design. It's the rare minting errors that occurred in limited numbers. These errors are not flaws, they are one-of-a-kind variations that transform a regular coin into a high-demand collector's prize. And when those errors are paired with a coin that has remained in near-perfect condition since 1999, you've got something truly special on your hands. Among the most desirable errors found on the 1999 Connecticut quarter is the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck twice with slight misalignment, creating a shadow-like doubling on the text or the finer elements of the tree branches. It's especially dramatic when the doubling appears on the words Connecticut or the Charter Oak, and when clearly visible, it can multiply the coin's value exponentially. These types of doubling are easy to identify with a magnifying glass and are a collector's dream. Another stunning error that has turned heads in the numismatic world is the off-center strike. In these rare cases, the coin is misaligned during minting, resulting in a portion of the design being cut off or shifted dramatically. The more off-center the coin is, without losing the date and key features, the more valuable it becomes. It's like holding a piece of minting history that almost wasn't supposed to exist. Then there's the elusive clipped planchet error, where part of the coin appears to have a curved or jagged bite taken out of it. These rare mistakes happen during the early stage of production when the blank discs are punched out. A Connecticut quarter with this kind of error stands out immediately and can fetch jaw-dropping prices on the collector's market. These are coins that people are fighting to own, and demand continues to rise year after year. Collectors have also reported finding Connecticut quarters with die cracks, thin, raised lines caused by a cracked die that appear like tiny veins running across the coin. These natural mint-made features are unique to each individual coin and are highly prized for their rarity and eye-catching effect. Every error tells its own story, and every collector wants to be the one holding that rare tale in their hand. So, how can you identify one of these rare Connecticut quarters in your own collection? First, get yourself a good magnifying glass or coin loupe and look closely at the lettering and the details of the tree. Check for doubling, strange lines, or design shifts. Inspect the edges for irregularities and make sure to examine both sides of the coin. The smallest detail could reveal a treasure hiding in plain sight. These incredible coins don't just excite collectors, they've already made waves at auctions and private sales. Serious buyers are out there, constantly searching for top-condition Connecticut quarters with certified mint errors. And in one extraordinary case, a 1999 Connecticut quarter with an extremely rare minting error and near-perfect preservation was sold for an astonishing price of $100,000. That's right, $100,000 for a single quarter that may be hiding in your change jar right now. This is why the Connecticut State Quarter has become one of the most talked about and hunted coins from the entire 50 State Quarters collection. With its rich symbolism, flawless design, and the possibility of rare errors, it's more than just a coin, it's a legend in the making. And as collector interest grows, so does the demand and the value for those rare pieces that stand above the rest. So if you've got a stash of old coins or state quarters lying around, now is the perfect time to take a closer look. You could be holding onto a once-in-a-lifetime find that's worth more than you ever imagined. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe for more coin discoveries, and tap that notification bell so you never miss a chance to learn about hidden treasures. Have you come across a Connecticut quarter that looks a little unusual? Maybe you have one with an interesting flaw or a question about its value. Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your stories and help you uncover the hidden gems in your own collection. Especially, we're talking about the United States State Quarter from New Jersey, minted in 1999, a coin that's not only steeped in American history but has also become a rising star in the world of high-value collectibles. So buckle up and stay with us until the end, because the story of this coin is more than just fascinating, it's potentially life-changing. The New Jersey State Quarter was the third coin released in the U.S. Mint's groundbreaking 50 State Quarters program. And it was an instant favorite among collectors when it was launched in 1999. The design on the reverse of this quarter features one of the most iconic moments in American Revolutionary history, George Washington crossing the Delaware River. It's a powerful and patriotic image that captures the courage and determination of the people who helped shape a nation. The attention to detail in this design is extraordinary, and it represents more than just a coin. It's a miniature monument to American bravery and heritage. But here's what most people don't realize. Some of these New Jersey quarters are far from ordinary. Due to extremely rare minting errors and highly sought-after variations, certain 1999 New Jersey quarters have skyrocketed in value, becoming some of the most prized finds in modern coin collecting. These aren't your average coins, they're numismatic marvels with the power to turn everyday pocket change into an incredible windfall. The demand for these rare quarters is growing rapidly, and they've captured the imagination of collectors worldwide. One of the rarest and most valuable errors found on the New Jersey State Quarter is the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck twice with slight misalignment, resulting in a fascinating doubling of the design or lettering. Imagine seeing two faint outlines of Washington or the inscription, Crossroads of the Revolution, appearing shadowed or layered. It's not just cool to look at, it's also incredibly rare and valuable. These coins are snapped up quickly at auctions and often fetch stunning prices when the doubling is clear and well-defined. Another error that has sent shockwaves through the coin collecting community is the off-center strike. In this rare occurrence, the design is shifted away from the center of the coin, creating an eye-catching visual misalignment that makes every off-center quarter unique. The more dramatic the shift, the higher the value, especially when important details like the date and state name are still visible. These error coins are like works of accidental art, and collectors are always ready to pay top dollar to add one to their collection. You may also come across the New Jersey quarter with a clipped planchet error. This striking mistake happens when the blank metal disc that becomes the coin is improperly cut, resulting in a curved or straight edge missing from the coin itself. These clipped quarters are instantly recognizable and can be extremely rare, especially when they're from the early years of the State Quarters program. When paired with a coin in brilliant, uncirculated condition, the value can go through the roof. There are even more subtle, but equally valuable errors, like die cracks and cuts. These appear as raised lines or blobs of extra metal on the coin's surface, usually near the rim or across the design. They're caused by breaks in the dies used to strike the coin, and each one is completely unique. These error coins aren't mass-produced, they're one of a kind, and that kind of rarity drives collectors absolutely wild. So how can you tell if you have a rare New Jersey quarter? First, look closely at the coin under a magnifying glass or loupe. Examine the lettering and images for any doubling or distortions. Check the edges for clipped areas or signs of misalignment. Any unusual markings, shifts, or raised imperfections could be a sign of a valuable minting error. And remember, the condition of the coin plays a huge role. Coins that have never been circulated or have minimal wear are worth significantly more. There have already been some jaw-dropping sales and auction results tied to rare New Jersey quarters. Serious collectors are always on the hunt for these pieces, and the competition for error coins has only intensified as the years go on. In one verified case, a 1999 New Jersey state quarter with a rare and dramatic error, combined with exceptional uncirculated condition, was sold for an astonishing $110,000. Yes, you heard that right. $110,000 for a single quarter that could still be sitting unnoticed in a coin jar or drawer somewhere. The excitement around the New Jersey quarter continues to grow, and for good reason. Its historical design, combined with the potential for highly valuable errors, makes it one of the most collectible and talked about quarters from the entire State Quarters series. Whether you're a longtime coin collector or just starting out, this is one coin you'll want to keep your eye on and your hands on if you're lucky enough to find one with an error. So now is the perfect time to go through your change, check your coin rolls, and revisit any old collections you might have tucked away. That unassuming quarter you've been overlooking could be a hidden treasure just waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future coin discoveries, and we want to hear from you. Have you found a New Jersey quarter with something unusual on it? Do you think you might have a rare one in your collection? Drop a comment below. We love hearing your stories and helping you figure out what treasures you might be holding. Last unique coin, we're diving into one of the most celebrated, meaningful, and surprisingly valuable coins in the State Quarters series, the Alabama State Quarter from 2003. This isn't just a coin you carry in your pocket, it's a piece of history that represents the powerful spirit of a state, and in some rare cases, it's worth an unbelievable amount of money. So stay tuned, because this is one coin story you absolutely don't want to miss. Released in 2003, the Alabama State Quarter was the 22nd coin released in the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program. And it made a powerful statement right from the start. It was the first U.S. coin ever to feature a woman who is not a mythical figure or symbolic character. That woman is none other than the legendary Helen Keller, an icon of strength, resilience, and intelligence. The design is breathtaking, featuring Keller seated with the inscriptions "Spirit of Courage" and her name written in Braille, a historic first on any U.S. coin. This coin isn't just beautiful. It's a tribute to human achievement and a celebration of Alabama's rich cultural heritage. But what turns this already iconic coin into a collector's dream isn't just its design. It's the rare minting errors and unique features that have elevated certain versions of the Alabama quarter into the realm of serious money. When you combine historical importance, powerful symbolism, and extreme rarity, you get a coin that's in high demand and skyrocketing in value among collectors across the country. One of the most eye-catching and valuable errors found on some 2003 Alabama quarters is the double die error. This mistake occurs when the coin is struck more than once with slightly different alignments, creating a doubling effect that can be seen on the inscriptions or finer details of the image. On the Alabama quarter, doubling has been spotted on Helen Keller's name, the phrase "Spirit of Courage," and even the Braille dots. These errors are relatively easy to spot under a magnifying glass and can multiply a coin's value several times over, especially if the doubling is sharp and clear. Another extremely valuable error that has made headlines is the off-center strike. When a coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, part of the design can shift off the center, making the image look distorted or cut off. These off-center strikes are very rare and collectors love them, especially when the date and key design elements are still fully visible. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more impressive the coin, and the higher the price it can fetch on the market. There are also reports of clipped planchet errors on the Alabama State Quarter. This occurs when the blank metal disc used to make the coin is improperly cut, resulting in a portion of the coin being visibly missing, often along the edge. These clipped coins are easy to identify and are highly prized among error collectors for their rarity and visual uniqueness. Add in the historical significance of this particular quarter, and you've got a highly collectible and desirable piece of American coinage. Let's not forget die cracks and cuts, subtle but powerful indicators of minting flaws that can dramatically increase the value of a coin. Die cracks appear as raised lines or patterns across the coin's surface caused by a cracked mint die. Cuds are lumps or blobs of extra metal where part of the die has broken away completely. These kinds of errors create unique one-of-a-kind coins that are often the centerpiece of a collection. With each one being different from the next, collectors are constantly on the hunt to find one in top condition. To determine whether your Alabama State Quarter might be one of these valuable rarities, start by inspecting it carefully under good lighting and with a magnifying tool. Focus on the inscriptions and braille to look for any signs of doubling. Check the outer rim and edge for any clipped areas or misalignments. Look for any strange raised lines, extra metal blobs, or anything that seems different from a standard coin. Any unusual detail could mean you're holding something extremely special in your hands. The coin collecting market has shown strong demand for rare Alabama quarters with confirmed errors. Some of these unique error coins have already made their way into auction houses and online marketplaces, where they've drawn incredible attention and impressive bids. One verified sale involved an Alabama State Quarter featuring a bold double die error and preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition. That coin shocked collectors when it sold for an incredible $70,000. Yes, you heard it right. $70,000 for a single quarter that was once just everyday currency. This is why the Alabama 2003 State Quarter has become one of the most desirable coins among modern collectors. With its groundbreaking design, its tribute to one of the most inspiring women in history, and the potential for rare and valuable errors, this coin has cemented its place as a true star in American numismatics. Whether you're a beginner looking through your change or a seasoned collector, this is a coin you'll want to look out for and hold on to if you're lucky enough to find one. Now's the perfect time to check those old coin jars, inspect your quarter rolls, or revisit your collection from the early 2000s. You never know, you could be sitting on a rare treasure worth thousands. If you enjoyed this video and want more exciting insights into the world of rare coins, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a valuable discovery. Have you come across an Alabama quarter with a strange feature? Do you have one that looks different from the others in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing from fellow collectors, and we're here to help you identify the hidden gems in your collection. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and as always, happy collecting! Your next big find could be worth $70,000.